to formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep...
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvaditam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavaditam Tribunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome one and all for a very special Devi Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan, followed by the Akashic readings. Over the last many days, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has been blessing us every single day with the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Devi Parashakti, followed by personal Akashic readings for many of his devotees, followers by Devi Parashakti herself. We are all so blessed to live at a time where every day we are literally having the darshan of the divine beings from Kailasa. So it gives me immense pleasure and honor to welcome each and every one of you for this program. Welcoming all our viewers who are joining us on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, Twitter Live, and from Kailasas around the world, literally in every time zone. Welcome one and all for this beautiful program. So this program, Devi Parashakti, Bhava Samadhi Darshan, followed by Akashic readings, is a 4-hour program. We're starting at 4 p.m. Indian Standard Time to prepare ourselves to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti. And at 8 p.m. tonight, we'll be having the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, blessing us as Devi Parashakti and revealing from the cosmic archives. With no further ado, let's get started. What will we be learning in this program? What is Bhava Samadhi Darshan? An introduction to the program. We'll be seeing the demonstration of extraordinary powers by the initiated disciples of the Supreme Quantum. We'll be understanding about who is Devi Parashakti. What are the cosmic archives, the Akashic readings? How can we benefit by attending and experiencing an Akashic reading session? The Darshan, Diksha, and Akashic apologizing for the technical glitch. We can move to the next slide. Now let us understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means an attitude or aspect. So being one with the source through that attitude or aspect means experiencing the oneness through Rama, through Bhagavan Krishna, through Bhagavan Kalabhairava, today through Devi Parashakti. So experiencing that oneness with the source through that bhava or aspect. So the next slide, the aspect that we choose through that aspect, experiencing oneness with the ultimate, is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. We can go to the next slide. The aspect you choose through that bhava, knowing this aspect is ultimate and being in oneness with that aspect is called Bhava Samadhi. That is what we are going to experience today. Now, what is really Bhava Samadhi Darshan? The divine cosmic beings from Kailasa landing on the planet Earth, the divine cosmic beings from the Kailasa enlightened time-space zone landing on the planet Earth. The next slide. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations, and the divine cosmic beings manifest through Archavatara, the deities in the temples, and they manifest through the Nijavatara, the living incarnations in the Bhava Samadhi Darshans. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens our Kundalini Shakti, which is our inner potential energy. And this results in the awakening of the extraordinary possibilities by like seeing through the third eye, scanning somebody's body, ability to have a remote vision, etc. Now, this influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process, and improves immunity to disease with increasing levels of coherence. Next slide. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain becomes alive, turning into a superconductor of energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. Having a darshan or even just a glimpse brings a lasting transformation in us, cleansing lifetime of karmas and raising one to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like literally hitting a reset button in our being. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons, the neural activities of the brain, mirror that of the avatar. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, our entire body silently and without any movement recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. Just because you are looking at the avatar, you are having the darshan of the avatar, the neural activity of Swamiji's brain just gets mirrored into each and every one of our brains. And this science is called the science of mirror neurons. Akashic readings. Today, the Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, reveals from the Akashic readings. So Akashic reading is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. Now, there is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond the dimension of space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. Only in the dimension of time, direct records, which are there is no past, present, and future. That's why what we call as happened, happening, and yet to happen is already recorded in the cosmic archives.
Now, let us see who is... Now, let us see the quick introduction on who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, and he is recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and the temple-based universities a lifestyle for the humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetham, the Tondai Mandala Adinam. He is the incumbent emperor of the Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajya, and he is the present 293rd Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailas Sonnatha Shamala Peetha Sarvanya Peetham. He is the present Mahamandaleshwar, the supreme spiritual head of the Mahanirvani Akada, and he is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the head of the spiritual leaders of the Atal Akada, which is the ancient apex body of Hinduism. He is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Swargapura Adina, and he is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by the congregation of over 1,000 plus Hindu leaders or pontiffs. He is revered as the reviver of Hinduism, and he is one of the most prolific, most viewed read guru, as he has authored more than 300 books and over 10,000 articles in languages like English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. I request Mahanyanatma Swami to continue the introduction with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Okay. Sorry. We apologize to all the viewers for the technical glitch. And today, as we're all seeing, entering into the Bhava Samadhi, this Bhava Samadhi and who is Devi Shakti and what can we expect today? Now, let us see, giving all of these scientists to humanity, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And as we've all seen, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the supreme leader of the 8 ancient Hindu sampradayas, rishis, rishikas, bhairavas, bhairavis, and sannyasis. He is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, HDH Nithyananda Hindu University, the world's largest, with the satellite campuses in more than 150 countries around the globe.
and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasas enlightenment ecosystems across the globe. We have Kailasas enlightenment ecosystem established in over 100 plus places across more than 150 plus countries in more than. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the founder and reviver of 100 plus Sarvagnya Pitas. Actually, Sarvagnya Pitas are temple, monastery, Adinam, enlightenment ecosystem, everything put together. And Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is a collector of largest library with over 1 million books, 1 million on these scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And one of the main contributions, one of the key contributions that Swamiji has offered to the humanity, book consciousness. All of this revival, science of awakening the super consciousness, awakening the extraordinary divine powers in each and every one of us. Now, only Swamiji who has so has great science, gift from humanity. So let us see this of Swamiji's in a different way. A unique demonstration of Shakti Nithyananda yogis and Bharatans Nithyananda Guru are joining us for this live demonstration of these experiments. Shakti. Now we are going to be having the Balasans and Nithyananda yogis from Nithyananda Gurukul joining us to take us through a live demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis. Next slide. So what are Shaktis? In the source scripture in the Vedagamas, Paramashiva describes in extensive detail how every human being is hardwired, inbuilt to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis. These Shaktis are awakened in a human being through the Diksha or initiation, through which an avatar transfers his very energy into the human being and awakens these Shaktis in him. And these Shaktis, one thing that's extremely unique about these Shaktis are these Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine and you need to manifest the divine within you. Not that you're a man who needs to seek or search for the divine. And that forms the basis of Shaktis and Siddhis. So request these slides be projected, no? Yes. Next slide.
So for the technical glitch, hope all of you are able to see us and hear us clearly now.
So what we were explaining was, now these, like as a human, in this human body, 463 plus powers are possible. And much more than that, possibilities are possible. Now these powers are of two types. Shaktis, Siddhis. Shaktis are the ones that comes where the master, the guru, initiates you. He gives the diksha to you. Whereas Siddhis starts coming in you as a side effect of when you start doing your tapas, your penance. And since it is your effort, your penance, that path may distract you from enlightenment. But since this is given by your guru, and this comes only when you are in the space of oneness, only from the space of enlightenment, these Shaktis manifest.
And actually, the source of these Shaktis are himself. Now, who is Paramashiva? Paramashiva is a primordial divinity of Hinduism. He is a source cause which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha. Paramashiva exists in two states. One, in his avyakta component, the unmanifest form, as Adho-mukha or Ajo-mukha, the unborn. And in his vyakta component, in vyakta dimension, the manifest form, as Paramashiva, performing the 5 cosmic acts, the Panchakrityas of creation, Sthiti, Samhara, rejuvenation, illusion, and Anugraha, liberation. These are the 5 cosmic acts that Paramashiva continuously performs to keep the universe alive. And now, to give this science to the humanity, for humanity to comprehend, for humanity to benefit from it, Paramashiva himself has assumed the human body in his 1008th incarnation as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Swamiji, as a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as an most compassionate response to all the prayers of humanity, has come down, making this science available to humanity in the most easily applicable, most user-friendly format for humanity to benefit from in every walk of its life. And Swamiji revived this science. This science has been passed down to the Guru Parampara, the Guru Shishya Parampara, the Master Disciple lineage. And we all can see here on the slide the picture of all the enlightened beings and yogis, siddhas, siddhapurushas, yogis, everybody here who were blessed as young as an birth, mantra shastra, siddha vidya, siddha, yoga, yogic sciences, aushadha, and Sri Vidya, so many such disciplines, and Paramashivoham and Paramashivoham. This science today Swamiji is making this to be available to the humanity, so humanity can use it in the most comprehensible way.
Now, how do we awaken these Shaktis inside us? So we have been sharing about some Shaktis, extraordinary powers that are possible even by you. Anyone who's watching, if you have somebody so beautifully says, if you have a head, then you have a third eye. So if you are watching us right now, then be rest assured, these Shaktis are possible even for you. Now, how are these Shaktis awakened? Now, first let's understand the science. Jnana means ultimate truths. When they are mapped into your consciousness, the prajna, they manifest as possibilities and powers which is called as prajnana. Now, this prajnana can be awakened inside each of us by diksha from your guru. Just like how it's a lit lamp which lights another lamp, right? Even if you want to light any lamp, it is a lamp which is already lit. Only then the fire jumps from this lamp to that lamp. Same way, when you are getting connected to the avatar, where he has that experience, he is the lit lamp, and he transmits those spiritual experiences to you through the process called as diksha. Let us now watch a video on diksha. Yes, you could go to the next slide, and play the video on diksha.
The direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarva samapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktaya. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi diksha vihinasya na siddhihi na cha sadgatihi tasmat sarva prayatnena dikshito bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, Nithyananda Nagar, Birdi, Bengaluru.
Now this process of diksha and you having this science is what is going to be happening today. Now whatever sciences that we are teaching you here, whatever you are going to be learning here, all these are authenticated through 4 aspects of authentication or evidences. First is Shastra Pramana, meaning the scriptural references. The source scriptures, Sanatana Dharma has 20,000 source scriptures that are available. Now, references from Vedas and Agamas are taken as the Shastra Pramana, which shows how these truths that we are sharing with you are time-tested science. Next is Apta Pramanas. Next is Atma Pramana. So this Apta Pramana shows how these are time tested and how these are foolproof sciences. Next is the Atma Pramana, which is from Swamiji's own life, and Pratyaksha Pramana, which are the scientific experiments conducted and the empirical evidences from them. So all these establish how what we are teaching you today are time tested, foolproof, and applicable to the modern day and scientific. So now, this next slide, please. No?
And all of these are taken from the Veda, the source scriptures of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And Vedas are the pure science, Agamas, the applied science. And because Paramashiva himself has revealed it, they have been given the status of Shruti. Now, let us enter into the manifestation of Shaktis. Let us enter into the power of third eye. We will be having the balasans manifest with us. We'll first be chanting the Shastra Pramana. Next slide.
Kapalantar manonyasya tishtanmirita Kramena manasodaryat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam.
By fixing the mind on inner space, sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed, in succession by that stability of the mind and inner space to the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshya by having vision beyond the sight.
Next is the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana is a beautiful Apta Pramana. So this is a beautiful reference that we have from the Mahabharata, where before Krishna gives the cosmic Vishwarupa Darshan to Arjuna, he says, Natuma Shakyase Drashtum Anenaiva Swachakshusha Divyam Dadami Te Chakshu Pashyam Me Yoga Maheshwaram. But you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore I grant you the divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. And hence today we have the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, given by Arjuna when he sees Krishna through his third eye. And next is the Atma Pramana. When somebody was just 12 years old, he had this experience that I was able to see everything all around me, above me, below him, around him, the whole everything. He was able to see, not just see, but able to feel that oneness with him. So beautiful. The skin of this body and the skin of this rock both carried me equally. So that's a very powerful experience, and that's the reference, earliest available reference that we have from Swamiji's life to show this power of third eye.
And actually, the same power, Swamiji had verified and time-tested, authenticated that with some of the most latest scientific equipments available. And this research was conducted in the US, where the PET, the positron emission tomography, was conducted on Swamiji, and Swamiji's brain waves were studied. And the doctors were in shock and awe because they saw that without having to even use, even when Swamiji was in deep samadhi or deep restful state of awareness, or whether Swamiji was intensely active, at both times, Swamiji's frontal lobe, the third eye region, was highly active. So this is something that left the doctors in shock and awe. And now, the same the Sakshi daily life, tackling the issues of their daily life, just using the third eye. Even born blind children, the visually impaired children have been using this. And now, without further delay, let's get started with the power of third eye today. We have Manitya Virajananda and we have Manitya Kaladharananda who joined us.
Yes, Nithyanandam, Kaladhara and Manitya Virajananda. And now we are going to be actually, what is this round going to be about? So I'm really excited to ask the Balasans this. I request the operator to kindly pin the Balasans videos.
Meanwhile, we have so many people in the comment section who are excited for the demo. Yes.